Allow the children
it's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, political, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. My ego don't come. My people make we shout. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. Political, my ego don't come. This one not they off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my ego, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my ego diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, my ego don't come, my people make you shout.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo to do. Mayegun la wa mo to do.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us tonight. It is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And from wherever you are joining, please share this. Read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well. Share it. Like it. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Okay? Tell them. Mayegun today. Nigeria have no government. There is no government in Nigeria. A professor in Democratic Institute in Nigeria has uttered this. He said he's not even just talking about Thiefnubu. He's talking about the entire country. Nigeria is a place where criminals have hijacked, no doubt, but the manifestation of these rogues in power have come to one thing. They talk a lot and they do nothing. Okay? A professor. Happy 54th anniversary of the Biafra Day, or if you would like to call it the Igbo Day, and that today make it a 54th year that Nigeria was kind of forced, okay, to stop the genocide that they were carrying out in eastern part of Nigeria at the time. So 54 years after, the war still rages on. Thank you. Mutide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you, wherever you are joining me tonight. It is Mayegun Live. And I put this program together haphazardly somehow tonight. But I still kind of intend to make the best of it because I've had a very wonderful day. I sort of joined the Biafrans in London earlier today to commemorate the 54th anniversary or remembrance of the people who died, the Biafrans who died during that the program, as well as the unprovoked genocide that took place. And honestly speaking, it was an atmosphere of love, brotherhood, sisterhood, family, community. And then right there as well, we had the convergence of love. Something to remind all of us that life itself is a struggle. However, if you choose your own struggle, choose your own battle, there is a possibility that you can win. But if you don't, what do you have to lose? Life is a battle anyway, right? A lot of us are battling with so many things, of course. But when you have to battle for freedom, it means a different thing entirely. And for those who have already sort of catch the bug, right? It is more or less like a salvation to the soul when they meet one another and to remind themselves that the struggle they choose, many have died for it. And because they died, did not mean the struggle is dead. Rather, it is waxing stronger. Nigeria continued to live in denial while using the same genocidal rhetoric that they did at the time that cost the lives of over 5 million Biafrans. The rhetoric is still being used today, which simply means Nigeria and the owners of Nigeria, they've never learned anything. People have died, millions. And that kind of makes the Biafrans, right, very dangerous if they finally choose to go a path that Nigeria is pushing them to. And I'm trying to be diplomatic here. People who have lost millions of people needlessly because Nigeria and the owners of Nigeria were carrying out ethnic cleansing and they called it civil war. You cannot threaten such people with death. Those of you who have never lost who have never lost thousands or hundreds of thousands of your fellow compatriots, women and children, to such what you have in Nigeria, a state-sponsored, what do you call it, ethnic profiling. You can't threaten people like that. You can't tell them that you will teach them a lesson. No. What Nigeria is sitting on is called the keg of a gunpowder. And I actually muted that myself, muted that at the event in London today. Just trying to kind of make all of us see something here. Okay? If you practically look at what you can call the grievances of the Biafrans, the Igbos in Nigeria, from the time immemorial, from the moment they have been forced to be part of this contraption, their marginalization, their complaint, and everything that they kind of detest and stand against most of the time, are what majority of us, the rest of Nigeria, are told to endure a systemic oppression, a systemic suppression, a systemic intentional poverty. You know, accept it. You know, wherever you are placed, stay there. Whatever they think you are is what they believe you are. If they say you are lower, then accept it. Kind of like, society like that. So I said, if all of us have not really been, we have not been victims of conditioning, right? As the Biafrans are demanding for equity, fairness, justice, or they will leave Nigeria, they want to go. The rest of us should be demanding for the same thing. I mean, Nigeria, which we have been part of, has never benefited anyone per se, except for the clan of criminals that comes from all over Nigeria, including the Igbo land too, the real enemies of the people. So we have nothing that we can really say, this is what we are going to lose if the Igbos leave. Anyway, I will come fully on that in the program later, where we're going to really commemorate and then share the moment with the Biafrans. So instead of you inheriting the enemies of your dead or living criminal leaders, how about you begin to kind of look into their actions? And then you realize that except for them using you, right, to push the kind of agenda of ethnic, tribal, this, blah, 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 right? Except for them using you for that and then abandoning you, you practically means nothing. We mean nothing to them. So when you inherit their enemies, and somehow you feel like you are defending something that these same criminals don't actually respect, well, maybe programs like this can help you somehow. A person will no go here, no go here. When I was coming back from the airport, Agbeke picked me up with the kids. And I was live, because I was live before I boarded the plane. So, and then afterward, right, I went on to see few comments. And there was a person there who said, oh, so you are keeping your family abroad and you are trying to, and you are causing trouble in Nigeria. I will never take you serious until you bring your family down to Nigeria. If you are watching me, bro, I am not asking you, okay, to for any reason, right, go and fight your criminal leaders. That choice or that decision is yours, okay? And it is kind of old now and at the same time stupid, even though it is coming from the background of jealousy as well. For anybody who is facing what you are facing in Nigeria right now, I mean, if you are in Nigeria, to now still think or go on social media, right? And then tell those who are not experiencing what you are experiencing. I mean, I am not. I mean, maybe indirectly, sure. I am not a direct victim. I am indirect victim of the criminals in charge of Nigeria. It is so stupid for you to go on social media, and then be trolling people that live abroad, right? Who are speaking up, exposing, and like I do, exposing the criminals responsible for the state of Nigeria right now. And then you start asking them that they should come back and join you before you can demand for a better life. That is old. It is also so stupid. Okay? You don't need me, right, to go and demand for a safe country, safe and secure country, an economically viable country. You will benefit it, not me. Infrastructures that is built to support development, right? You will benefit it, not me. When they steal the money, right? And people like myself, okay, bring that to you to say, look what they are doing. If you don't have this, if your doctors are not well paid, if your nurses are not paid, if your teachers are not paid, if young people have no jobs, if your roads are terrible, if you have no, if your children can't really go to school and all of this, what is responsible is not what they tell you is. Because most of the time, they told majority of you say, like, the sin of your fathers, since the sins of your forefathers, blah, 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 blah. They need to break a yoke in your life. They need to do this and that. All that nonsense. I, Mayegun, chooses to tell you the truth. So whatever you now do with the truth, whatever you use it for, is yours. If you listen to me like you have been listening to me for years, okay, and you choose to be probably waiting for me, okay, to bring my family down to that shithole, that your shithole there that you hate being, being discussed, right? Then Baba, Emma kusinu oshi, kusinu ishe, kusinu iyanyi yeni then. I'm talking about those of you who are mostly like voluntary slaves here. If you are waiting for me, like even you reason them now, I have families, I have friends who are facing what you are facing in that place as well, right? So if they can't also go out there and fight for themselves, they can't even ask me to come and do it for them. Like, you do not need any activists. You do not need human rights fight. Nobody is fighting for anybody. If you can't fight for yourself, then just go and wait for your turn to die. Or maybe the sky daddy will save you. But here is something you should also know. The contraption that these criminals are destroying, the lives and the economy, all those things they are destroying in the state of Nigeria right now, people like us are the ones still keeping Nigeria alive. People may be asking, how does Nigeria survive? There's no country that is going through what Nigeria is going through that can survive. But what they are not acknowledging is the fact that as they are destroying Nigeria, they are what? They are adding to the load, the financial responsibilities of people like us here who won't like to see our families actually suffer. But left for your criminal leaders, Venezuela will be like heaven.
to what Nigeria will be like. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe will be a place that some of you will prefer to trek to and live. But it's all right. We are the troublemakers. Okay? We are the ones who don't wish Nigeria well. And your criminal leaders, from your governors to your, all of them, you are watching them as slaves, watches their masters. Abuse, assault, and defile them. You are so weak. People like this, so you see, when they come here and they are like, why don't you come back home? Why don't you come back home? These are weak people that are, we call them the comfortable slaves, voluntary slaves. These are the paper dogs that do not have the liver to look at their criminal leaders and tell them they deserve better. But rather, they will just look at you and say, why are you always complaining? Instead of you to pray for them. Or they will just turn to you and be like, hey, okay, Nigeria, every time we blame politics, we blame our leader. He is not blaming their leaders. The Olorubukus don't blame their leader. They praise them. Then they will say, okay, what have you done? How many people have you helped? How many roads have you? One even asked me one day that this Mayegun that is talking, he has not constructed even 1 single kilometer road in his village. If we are checking it now, not even a single borehole. He has not constructed a single borehole in his town. He's here condemning government, always condemning government. That's what I'm talking about. Since I came to the UK, I had no reason to say I need to dig my own borehole or look for somebody who can dig one for us before I can have water. But they are not sad, unhappy that the criminals ruining their lives couldn't give them water. And they can ask because they believe that they won't do it, Jerry. Or when you try to hold these criminals responsible and hold them that you need to give them water. What kind of thing is this? This Ashire Dabimoshe Das will turn around and be like, you, leave them alone. Government cannot do anything. You, Mayegun, how many boreholes have you built? This is how they are programmed. They will loot their money. Money meant for road construction, money meant for building hospitals or schools, or they will steal the money. For example, loot the money for education, then turn to a philanthropist who paid the school fees of a few hundred people. Meanwhile, the money for education could actually take care of millions of poor people. But you looted the money. Then you turn yourself to a philanthropist who now gives scholarship to few hundred people, 100 kids. And they say you are doing well. Do you know what he has done on education? This man that you are criticizing, Mayegun, do you know how many people he has helped? Why do you need a politician that was elected to make your life better but looted the money? Why do you now need them to fund the lifestyle they've denied you? Why? But it is Nigeria. That's why we call it Nigeria. Where if you are trying to say you are fighting their oppressors, you have to use one hand. You cannot use two hands to fight their oppressors. You have to use one. So one fighting and the other one, protecting yourself from them. The people you think you are fighting for. So I am not stupid. I am not a madman. Here you get, when I know the grace, I will turn on my camera and call me and say, look at me. I am a human. I'm fighting for you. So what happened to you? What happened to you? You that is experiencing this, what happened to you? Why do you need somebody to act on your behalf? But it is how most of you are sort of raised and conditioned. But don't worry. The real people who will actually not wait for messiahs, they are already here. The generation that is not waiting for messiah. They just need very, very detailed education, enlightenment, exposure, and understanding of what is really going on. Then they will deal with the problems themselves. Do you get that? They will. So there is this prof who is Professor Ibrahim Jubril. So he had this to say about the contraption. Let's start from there.
I think people are not really thinking in terms of party. They are thinking in terms of government. And government has made promises to deliver, and government is not delivering. But what people are really thinking about is the precariousness of their lives. One, being on the road, traveling, even sitting in your house, people coming with arms, kidnap you, take you away for ransom. And the extended family have to sell all their properties to raise money to try to rescue you. And just to make you doubt whether there's any point in rescue, sometimes the ransom is paid and they kill you anyway. The other issue is the spread of violence and criminality which remain unchecked all over the country. The cost of living has created a crisis in which people fall sick. Curing malaria today is a major endeavor because of the escalation of the costs of drugs. People wonder, why do Nigerians pray so much today? It's because they fall sick, they can't pay for drugs. So the only alternative for them is to pray. And prayer, of course, is good, but sometimes these malaria parasites refuse to listen to your powerful prayers. So it's this precariousness of life that you are unsafe in this country. And for a great number of Nigerians, the most basic sense of insecurity is they can't get their 3 square meals a day, and they are hungry a lot of the time. Are we surprised people get very angry and people fall into mental sickness because of the constraints they are living under? Those are really the issues. So we are now past thinking, is APC performing or not? People are saying, the fact of the matter, if the Constitution defines governance as the security and welfare of Nigerians, then we don't have government at all. What we have is people enjoying themselves at the top, taking care of themselves, but for the people, there's zero government. And this is a very dangerous situation for any country to be in, because self-help then becomes a generalized ideology. Increasingly, Nigerians are saying, let me look for money to buy arms. Now, as more and more people buy arms, what's going to happen? You're not going to reach the people in government. You're going to turn on your neighbor who has maybe just as little as you have, and you take the little your neighbor has. And that's the pathway to anarchy. That's the real risk we are facing in this country, is past whether this government is performing or not, but that people are in deep personal and family crisis, and they feel their survival is at stake, and they need to do something drastic if they are to continue to survive in this country.
If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the net get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the
Anarchy loans. So this is,
from the point of view of that professor, the situation that Nigerians are at now is not about whether APC is performing or not. This is not about performance anymore. It's like there is no government in Nigeria from all level, like, and it is true. You see, they say the responsibility of government, okay, is to secure lives and properties, as well as the welfare of the people. Security and welfare. Welfare has to do with your well-being. You have a job, and can your job, can your take-home pay actually take you home? All of this, then you have a family, healthy family, where you are able to kind of, but you meant all of this are missing. Then you have a desperate population. You have desperate citizens, where the situation has gone from, the situation of insecurity has gone from you traveling and getting kidnapped or getting attacked or robbed to them coming to a whole village, killing and kidnapping just like as they wish. Then coming into your homes. I'm talking about in the city now. Coming into your homes, including Abuja. That's not a sign that you have government. And he is right. But as it is right now, the situation is the same from, everywhere. Desperation. People are desperate. And he is also right. Majority of them will never go after the politicians, because the politicians themselves know what they have done. So therefore, they have fortified themselves with the best of, let's say the best of their security. So you can't go to them to take your pound of flesh. You would have to go to your neighbor. You would have to target few one among yourselves. Those abroad. Online right now, you see kidnappers online. You will be targeting yourselves for survival. And when you get to that stage, I remember when somebody said that, Shebi, they are asking you to discuss Nigeria now. We'll break them up. That the level at which these guys are going, when they are done, they will make it easier for criminal gangs, terrorist group. They will make it more easier for them to recruit the desperate people into their different schemes, targeting vulnerable people, me and you. And then one day, they would actually have enough arms and weapons to own territories. It is already happening, but they are hiding it from Nigerians. They are hiding it from you. In Nigeria today, there are areas that they called ungoverned area. Baba, in Nigeria, ungoverned area, local governments. Half of northern Nigeria today, and I'm not even like making this up, half of northern Nigeria today, that big map, half of it is occupied, ravaged by different kind of terror groups. And half of that, they have been completely abandoned. They have been the people there. When I say that ungoverned area, I'm not talking about farms. I'm talking about communities, local government areas. Where Nigeria has abandoned the Nigerians there. And majority of them are now paying taxes to Boko Haram, to ISWAP, and to Fulani terrorists. True story. And Nigerian government reported them as ungoverned area. When you go to Kirby, when you go to Niger, when you go to Borno, when you go to even Kaduna, when you go to, have I mentioned Kirby, Yobe, then start coming to the Middle Belt as well. In Kwara State, there is ungoverned area in Kwara. So that area, don't go there. So who told you that in another 2-3 years, when this shege enter all of una, we won't have all the warlord in the south that will now say, Alaye from Ore to Ijebu-Ode, Akilapa no control it. You need a passport to pass. They don't burn any Nigerian army or police to pass. Even Nigerian army and police will be telling you, we know the pass Ore. Anything from Ore to Benin to Ugeli and because those areas are controlled by some very powerful warlord. They will give them different name. All of you waited that area that is against the peaceful, negotiated breakup of Nigeria. This is a union that is not in our interest. Our children will be trapped in it. All of you, they disagree now, Abi. By the time these guys are done, una go end up in uncontrolled territory under the different warlord, and they will give you name. Whatever name they call you then will be your new country. That is where Nigeria is going. That is where Nigeria is going. The Nigeria military, the Nigeria police, who are supposed to maintain internal and external security for Nigeria, they have been used internally to commit ethnic cleansing, genocide. These guys are shielding Islamic terrorists, Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, and they are hunting down everyone that speaks out from other part of Nigeria. Baba, and you think one day you won't wake up and they will tell you that, what is that guy's name in Edo? What is that Edo thug name? Hey, why are you talking question salo for me, you know, man? That guy, Oshiomole guy, help me. Hey, what's salo again? Kabaka. God bless you. Do you know that there's something about all of you on in this temple? You are like my Google. Do you know that? If I kind of miss my line and I say like, I don't know, you just kind of, you will supply me. See how many people we don't tell me the name. About 200 people. God bless you. Kabaka. Warlord Kabaka. Maybe the one that will now be controlling Benin, controlling everywhere in that axis. I don't know why I'm using that area, okay? Because the likes of MC Olu and the rest of them, right? Because they are already like enjoying this free life. There will be some new warlord that will chase them out of Lagos, Southwest, and the rest. Uncle my barricade everywhere, because everybody is kind of, there is more gun in Nigerian than food. Or there is more guns in Nigeria than people. They say you have 200 million people, Abi. Probably you have 300 million guns. Yeah. And other weapons that you probably don't know. Who would have imagined that Fulani terrorists or ISWAP, they have what was that called? Surface to heart rocket launcher. Yeah, they shot down Nigerian. They shot down about 2 or 3 fighter jets in Nigeria. They stole the weapon from Nigerian army. Then, at a point, Nigeria had to go and pay them $5 million. How many of you remember that? When they said that Bokwari cannot fly to Daura because they suspected that Fulani terrorists, Abi Swap or so, that they are in possession of this rocket launcher or something that they said could bring down a passenger jet or a military jet, that they had to go and make a deal to buy it back. They stole it from Nigeria. They bought it back from them. $5 million under Bokwari. How many of you remember that? Okay. The terrorists are so strong in northern Nigeria that Nigeria has sort of forfeited some areas, including the people there. They forfeited them to the terrorists to be managing. Nobody's going there to say they want to go and raise or rescue Nigerians in the territory of Boko Haram. So that's what they will turn Nigeria to. But just give it time. If you let them. Even though I don't think we will let them. Okay? I mean, Thiefnubu just pushed his national anthem, the old national anthem. And that has been generating discourse everywhere. But again, I found that I was right. You see this whole shenanigan, it is just to massage the ego of Olu, okay? And everyone that speaks in support of it is either deluded or is in on it, all right? But none of it is legal. So with a stroke of pen, another person can come and just write it off and get rid of it. Because it was shabbily done just to massage his ego. Okay? However, there is a video of children, school children, they said, were singing that today. So I want to share that with you.
The national anthem after the count of 2. 1, 2. Again, man.
I don't know if you probably heard that, but this is how we were socially conditioned from young age. Remember? That is why I decided to actually share that video. Right now, those innocent children, millions of them, right, are being taught this. Okay? And these children, they will be given materials that will tell them Thiefnubu is this, Thiefnubu is that, and they will ingrain that in their brains. Okay? And just like that, every other thing they want to kind of put into us, that was how they did it. We were just there singing. We didn't know what we were singing. Arise, O compassion. Everyone sang it, didn't you? I mean, did you know? We didn't know what we were singing until we started kind of like them paying attention. Then we started growing up and we started comparing what we were singing with the reality of Nigeria. And we started asking questions. Then we discovered that we have been lied to. Some people are quickly like they reformatted. Others are like, no, they didn't lie to us. No. This country is kineko. Because it is so hard for them, right, to believe that everything they believed in their lives, all their lives, about Nigeria is a lie. No, everything is not a lie. No. Don't talk like that. Let me tell you something. Yes, we have our problem is bad leadership. Our problem is because they are finding it difficult, okay, to accept it and drop it and say, oh, I have actually been lied to. Why am I actually defending this? None of this make any sense, except the fact that they are saying, just take it. It doesn't make sense, but just take it. Quota system. What's that? It doesn't make sense. Just take it. Take it. Yeah? And so many abnormalities that they're like, just one Nigeria. No, there's no one Nigeria. Just take it. There is one. We are all one. No, we are not. Just accept that we are one. Come on. For peace sake, just say we are one. Okay, we are one. Good boy. Come on. Good Nigerian. You know? But you will get there. Okay? You get there. And by the time you get there, you will be so angry. You will be so angry at Nigeria. Okay? By the time you get to that stage, for now, you are still living in denial. You know, they say there is 4 or 5 stages of grief. One of them is denial stage, then acceptance. You are going to get to that stage. When you get to the stage of acceptance, I say, I'm so like, I have seen people who have said, oh, it's so hard for me to now, I can't believe that I'm agreeing with Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, you will reach that stage. Nigeria will break you. Nigeria will disappoint you. Nigeria will break down your imaginary confidence. All right? And at the end of the day, everything that is true that you have been told and you are denying, you are ignoring, they will begin to ring bells in your ear, like, and then that's the moment of acceptance. You may even cry. Oh, I can't believe that 45 years of my life, I will defend Nigeria everywhere. I took a bullet for Nigeria, even you as a soldier. 50 years. I can't believe I've been lied to. I've been made to try to accept something that is substanceless. There's no substance. There's nothing, is that this whole one Nigeria or thing is built on. Nothing. It is just a promissory note. Once I say I like you, that's all we need. But that is not all we need. You know, I love you is not just a word. You know that? Oh, I love you. It's not just a word. Okay? So therefore, when you say, I want to, it has to have some substance. There must be substance. Yeah, I've seen people who have said that. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria is a zoo indeed. I can't believe, because Nigeria will break you to that point. They'll be like, you can't contribute this. And you remember those who have told you to stop living that lie. Now they delay us. All of now will be say you are not sure. Shake make Nigeria break. Nigeria is all my childhood memory. Baba Kosi childhood memory. When your life, your lineage have become endangered species in a contraption, in a place that was supposed to be your country, home. But do you see what they have turned it into? So if you cannot get rid of them and put in place a system that actually works for you, you are not different from living in a slave camp. And that is very sad. The unfairness, the unjust system also have their own consequences. So today,
May 30, 2024, is the 54th year of the end of the genocidal war that Yakubu go on. Abi go lost. Somebody said I should call him go lost. It doesn't really matter. A genocidist called go lost, right, decided to renege on a gentleman agreement that could have, saved lives of millions of people slaughtered in 3 years. Then they did everything to remove that from the history of Nigeria. These were things that were supposed to be taught in schools. Look at what happened in Rwanda. Yeah, in Rwanda, which all of you are historians about today. You've seen movies about Rwanda. In Rwanda, the story of the story of what happened and all of that is ingrained in the mind of the people, right? And in their schools, they teach their children, and they told them they cannot call themselves Hutus or Tutsis or anything at all except Rwandans. They make it a state law. Any politician that ever pushes the line of tribal ethnic thing in Ethiopia, in Rwanda, it is life in jail. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. Life in jail. Because to them, what happened in Rwanda must never happen again, ever. The only way to make sure it never happens again is, number one, all those responsible for that killings were hunted and punished. Except one, which kind of turned it around and then ended the war. He is their president today. He was former warlord participating in the killings. But guess what? They turned it around and he became the face of it. But inside that, he became the symbol of, listen, if we want to move on, you will not be Hutu, you will not be Tutsi. That is Rwanda. But guess what? They keep teaching their children about it. You cannot, as a Rwandan, make a joke about the Rwandan war. You will go to jail. And they are very strict about it. Right? In Nigeria, over 5 million people died. Not died because of, the bombing alone. No. Majority of them died because of starvation, a war crime. You cannot deny food to the civilians in a war zone. They are to be protected. But it was deployed and millions of women, children, men, younger died. The Biafran war that they didn't tell you at a point, the children of Biafra, after the war, they were shipping them all over the world to different countries, right, that were ready to adopt them and take them in. Many of them never returned. Yes, that was actually to let you know that the war, the genocide that happened in Nigeria between 1967 and 1970 was not it's not limited to Nigeria. There were a few African countries that they had to ship children who have lost their parents. Yeah, you didn't know that because they didn't allow you to learn that this joke about Yoruba versus Igbo, we will show them again, we will kill them, we will push them in the lagoon. These were inflammatory statements coming from people who saw that those who committed genocide against the Igbos, they were never punished. So everyone feels like they could do it. And that automatically makes the Igbos, right, defensive. Until now that they have gone offensive. The Igbos are mostly defensive all this while, trying to say, no, that's not what happened. That's not, now they are no longer defensive. They are now on offensive, which means give it to us, we'll give it to you. And that seems to be triggering a lot of the children of the descendant of genocidists in Nigeria. Because listen to this, most of the people who are non-Igbos today, who are in their 70s, 80s, or 60s, late 60s, 70s today,
They were the children during the war. They were the ones who were told that killing the Igbos in eastern Nigeria was to keep Nigeria one, and it was a good thing. They are now in their 60s. The hatred they were taught is still in them today. And that is why the Biafran war is not, it's so bad that even in Igbo land, the history of Biafra is not part of their education curriculum. I mean, tell your own story. It was more or less like the criminals representing the Igbos in the Turn by Turn Nigeria Limited. They love it that way. They do not want to poke the bear. The Fulanis and Awusas, the Northerners, they killed MKO Abiola, their friend. And you know what happened? The political crooks in the western part of Nigeria, they milked it. Yeah, they milked it. Not only that, they forced their hand to make a Yoruba man the first democratically elected president of the Fourth Republic. They had to do it. For Igbo land, where millions of people were killed, the survivors, some of them have joined the genocide, they have joined the murderers, and they have joined the oppressors to deny their own heritage, if that is going to make them live in peace. And we don't want this, so because but guess what? If the Igbo political criminals, if they were just a little bit slightly like the Yoruba rogues, what stops them from declaring May 30 a recognized public holiday in eastern Nigeria? Why? What stops it? Because they don't want to make the people that wanted to kill them, they don't want to remind them about Biafra. Why are you afraid of reminding everybody about Biafra? Why do you go, all this elite, Igbo elite, why do you go about trying to bury something that you actually have no control over, simply because denying doesn't mean it's not existing? You make a mess of this whole thing. You ganged up with Nigeria to kidnap a son, supposedly a son of the soil, who happened to be like a God sent in this regard. Somebody that was there to just awaken you, tell you you can do it. They ganged up and they locked him up. When Abiola was killed, in Yoruba land, the likes of Thiefnubu and co, they didn't miss the opportunity to milk it politically by riding on the emotions of the Yorubas, which they sort of invoked. Well, they control the media. We were all mad. They killed Abiola. They killed Abiola. How could they kill Abiola? This country. Yeah. We were watching all the adults talking about it, making, fuming, angry, and all of that. Then boom, voila, is everywhere. They milked it. And they declared June 12. June 12 was supposed to be a symbol like the May 30, the Biafran Day. That's exactly what June 12 is too. The Biafran Day is even sort of bigger than that, far bigger. It's a bigger cause. But they milked it. They declared public holiday in Yoruba land every June 12. They asked themselves that, we are Awolowo's party, Yoruba. So yeah, the Fulani North couldn't do anything. No, they couldn't. Today, June 12, is a national holiday in Nigeria, courtesy of this Thiefnubu
and his collaboration with Bokwari today in Nigeria. June 12th, everybody in Nigeria will have to participate in it. But the killings of the Igbos, everybody in Nigeria participated in it. So that's why they had to remove it completely. Because if you have to acknowledge it, there should be a Biafra National Day. The day of recompense, the day of, sober reflection, not just for the Biafrans, but for the entire Nigeria. To remind all of you, when two people, when this Gowon and his gang, when they went mad, and millions of people lost their lives. It must never happen again. But they want to do it again. And they will do it again if they have the chance. So why not? They will deny you, they will make you governor or senator or maybe president if you dare remember Biafra Day. Come on. So, kudos to the IPOB family who have remained persistent, consistent, and at the same time, are very effective too. I have spent time with them, and indeed, I commend them, the young, the old, their energy, their commitments. It's such a beautiful gathering. And at the same time, it is a gathering that reminds all of us, like I said from the beginning, that we are all just mortals. Yeah? Bone and flesh. That's us. And if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything or everything. So I give it to them. Okay? And I'm happy to be part of that today. This is my second time of attending. And if you want to see what happened there today, it's right on the Mayegun's Diary Political. You could go take a look. Okay? That is something that Nigeria should be doing. And if you can't, let's have a conversation. Referendum is not war. Referendum is like an election where people have to choose between a yes or a no. So that moment, I also met with Law, the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But it was at the last minute. And I almost missed my flight. I got a copy of part of what she said there. In fact, the message she sent to the British government on the continued detention, illegal detention of our husband in Nigeria. Do you know that Thiefnubu's government has withdrawn the terrorism charges against Bodejo, that Yetiala president, and he has been set free without any charges? So yeah, he is not Igbo. He is a Fulani. Go figure. Here is Nchechi Kanu's part of her speech earlier today in London.
But politically, we are being told, or we were told, that it was connected to the debt that British government owed the Iranian government. But what did the British government do? They fought, they pushed high heavens, they moved mountains, they swam the seas and oceans to make sure that Nazanin was released. She was actually arrested on her birth ground. But Nnamdi Kanu was arrested on a third soil. He was kidnapped, not arrested. He was kidnapped and renditioned to Nigeria. And that is a domestic and international crime against human rights. And British government, being the forebear of human rights, having a stronghold when it comes to human rights violation laws, they are sitting on the fence because it has to do with Biafra, because it has to do with Nnamdi Kanu, who is Biafran, who is speaking for those who can't speak for themselves, who is fighting for his people to be free. So British government, having pretended for a long time that they can't do anything, can actually do something. We have been to the courts. Nigeria government says, leave it to the legal, to the justice department, and let's see how it goes. And we won them hands down. And the court ruled in our favor, saying that no court has the right, jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu. What are they doing right now? So British government should be telling Nigeria government that there should be no trial because the court has given its verdict. And we are free. Nnamdi Kanu is free. Yes. But he's still being held illegally by the Nigerian government. So what is British government hiding? What are they covering? What are they trying to stop? The reason we are here today is to stand and remember our fallen heroes and heroines. And that is a cause that they have started. And we are not backing down. We are not stopping. So if you think that by stopping Nnamdi Kanu, you're stopping millions of Biafrans, you have failed on arrival. So you better put on your seatbelts and get ready for us, because we'll keep knocking on your door. You have no choice, but you will answer. And then Nnamdi Kanu will be made free. And so are other Biafrans who are illegally held in the Nigerian prisons. We are not going back. Just so you know that this journey has just begun. All hail Biafra! All hail Biafra! All hail Biafra! Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
Onye du iPod, o meriwo n'izu, onye ya abakare, mama bawora, una pori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pori meri Nnamdi bu onye du iPod. O meriwo n'izu, mbiro ya abakare, mama ndawora, una pụghị meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pụghị meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pụghị meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pụghị meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pụghị meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pụghị meri Nnamdi.
Thank you so much. Freedom simple. Yeah. So Nigeria's failed currency has become such a joke. They made a meme. Obviously, they made a meme coin on Solana called Japan, or is it called Japan NGN? Okay. It is exploding and will soon surpass the Naira. Well, voila, today already. You get that? Kolu was it was seen yesterday. Was it yesterday? Okay, 2 days ago when he was doing his visit to Lagos. Okay, so and this was his convoy passing through somewhere in Lekki. Let me show you. Yeah, that's exactly what it is like for the president of the poorest country, or the country with the poorest people on earth. Anyway, let's go to ilaje, where the people are now calling on Thiefnubu to come and help them. Part of the money he said he wants to spend on coastal road, he should come and spend them as for now to save the lives of those in the coastal community. So before Gbara carry them away, flood, before flood carry everybody away. So let's go to ilaje. Here is one. Ilaje, she's speaking. Says Yoruba. Some of you are there, you probably find it. If you are Yoruba who listen to that, did you hear all she said? Did you? I struggled, but yes, I did. So she was talking about the deepness of the flood. There are people who normally, normally they live on water. Ilaje people, they're like water people. They live near water. So water is not a biggie for them. But for Ilaje people to now protest that water want to carry them away, the situation has get a leg. But do you want to see what it looks like in their communities that led to that protest? Okay, I'll show you. Now sit back. Have you liked this broad? Let me even kind of check on you. Now we currently have over 1,600 of us on YouTube, which is impressive. Thank you. Okay, but we only have just about 500 offerings so far. So you can take a moment and just go there and like the broadcast, right? So let's go to this community that is almost submerged in water.
Yeah, this is very, very serious right now. Jesus. This is serious, serious. What? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Jesus. Oh my God. Hey? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Hey? My God. My God. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Look at my people.
We are suffering.
Ha! Jesus. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. This is getting serious right now. Very, very serious. This is not a joke. Happening live right now at Itori community. Jesus Christ. This is not a joke anymore. Oh yeah, man.
Ó máa lo kó ti yẹyẹ rí bó bá kírèpù rẹ̀ ẹ ṣe àwọn abídẹ yìí yóò bá sùn wá bá fẹ́ gùnkè gbàmú rẹ̀ yóò bá gbé méjì wá bá rẹ̀ ayẹyẹ rẹ̀ o. Ewa ẹyẹ ọ̀nà lè Ewa ẹyẹ ọ̀nà lè dùkú là á kírèpù rẹ̀ ó lè ti gbà bàtà náà pàtó.
I'm on live.
Did you see children in that video? Right. So they said the flooding started about 3 days ago, and it got worse yesterday. Okay. And aftermath of it, there have been some properties also destroyed though by the wind, by the rain, and all that. And there is no sight of any government agency there helping people to get them out of the danger. But that's actually like un-Nigerian. Okay. Somebody has to sign the money, and then they have to kind of like steal the money, and then why the people they are planning to go and save drown. Okay, that is somewhere in Ondo State. Okay, but here is Lagos, the mega city. Okay, Lagos Island to be precise. I think a 4-story building collapsed. And I've seen that many times, okay? So they have to kind of go in there and be digging with their hands to rescue people. And this is not 1981. This is 2024. It happens again. Another building collapsed in Lagos. Take a look at the scene.
Àwọn buildings bíbá yìí, orí omi ni bí yìí.
So if they explain Nigeria to you and you are not angry, well, Baba, they didn't explain it truthfully to you. Okay? When you understand Nigeria better, I mean, the least you can do, okay, is not, I mean, is to not get mad. You will be angry. You will feel cheated, lied to, and at the same time, your time wasted. So you will be angry. But if they explain Nigeria to you and you laugh, they didn't explain it better. A few days ago, we saw the Olu of Itori, the king of a community, a town. It's actually a Yoruba town. It's much historical. Itori in Ogun State. So we saw the king speaking to the emperor. Remember that?
The former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Otunba Femi Pedro, you are also there.
The former member House of Representatives, Honorable Alao Toshe Eniyan, Mansour Alao Sheyi, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I also want to recognize
for those who know dubious Dapo very well, that seems to be his forte. And what did the king say? Why did you kneel down? Ogbeni said he will prostrate for the dubious Dapo. If the need be too. But why? Ori ade oke nkunle now. Remember, people were asking, Kabiesi, why did you kneel down like in that video? Now, Kabiesi sitting, oh yeah, Sotenwe, Kabiesi.
Only on my express road the next 3 weeks. Only, let me see. That for only 6 months. On my party general to because I think I have a problem with one.
You get it now? Okay, so Kabiesi said that video we saw was that dubious Dapo that saw him at an occasion, right? Said that, Kabiesi, I have good news for you. And that was why he went to him. And he now said that, Kabiesi, we are going to help you repair the road, the main road in your community. And we are also going to help you renovate the general hospital. So we are going to start the road in the next 3 weeks. So Kabiesi said, that if it was inside the house, he will prostrate, he will roll on the floor and say, thank you, Oluwa, me, eyo, waka, mama. Videos like that are videos that always give credence to the African Wahala's conviction that traditional institutions like this are no longer relevant with the society of today, or the drive for a better future. They are better off in the museum. If you want to learn about all of them, you will go to a museum where you can see all of their paraphernalia, all of the stuff, the history and everything. Because right now you don't have obas. You do not have traditional rulers. You have political appointees, traditional civil servants. And I don't think it is adding any value to anyone at all. So Kabiesi, we get you. Please send us pictures and videos when dubious Dapo completes the road that you nearly, so that you used Uriade. So they do, 2 legs down, on your knees. So that's that. So let's go back to Abuja. Because Olu was seen today. He was cutting tape, but he was also seen yesterday taking a ride on the metro. You remember Olu declared that the metro line is now free for everyone till December. So he took a ride. It's a long watch. He didn't talk much. Just,
And all the access roads come up from the airport to that is the Musaya and Road. Apart from Pasanjiwa, the metro station, the stadium station, Upapa 1, we are now at Upapa. Without which the system will not have run. Because the access road cannot have a metro system.
Anyway, I don't know if this is even like right. Do you know the video? I mean, the video that came to my mind as they all walked straight into that train, right? Was this young, that young man's video? Oh, Thunder, where are you?
Of our great leaders. Oh, Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their agenda. Furthermore, our security agents, i.e., the police and...
I know, that's dark, isn't it? Anyway, finally, just so you know, of course, there may not be any good, any beneficial sort of news of Thiefnubu's 1 year to a lot of you. But for those who received the invitation, right, to attend the gala organized in honor of Thiefnubu's 1 year for making Nigeria great and better according to these voluntary slaves, they didn't go home empty-handed. I mean, take a look. Happy 1 year anniversary. Just so you know that now I see they wait for your own 5,000 naira, being at 20,000 naira. Olu has already made an announcement. They've made an announcement. They said Thiefnubu said he has already shared 25,000 naira to 400,000 of you. And that is 20 billion naira, according to them. Have you seen the news? I was just like rushing to the studio after, after the London trip today. So I couldn't really put context on all of them. I even saw one where BC Akode said Thiefnubu battled spiritual attack before inauguration. So that is why things are not working now, but people should give him time. Things will still work. The spiritual attack. So I didn't have time to put juice on that too. Sure you get. So I just thought that, I just thought that it's not going to be ideal not to say I know you would have understood understood as well, right? If I didn't show up tonight, but some will be so disappointed. Oh, so my London trip was amazing. Okay, I got this. Look at that. This is what the IPOB leadership in the UK. That's what they gave me. They said I was the special guest. So as a special guest, so they gave me a special drink. And you know something? I just feel like I'm not going to drink it. Yeah, I wish I kind of spoke with the, with the leader of IPOB in the UK. That I wouldn't mind for him to sign this, but I'm not going to drink this. I'm going to keep it. So if you come to my office, you probably will see this. I say, "Oh, is that the bottle you said on your program?" Yeah, that's the bottle. So they said I was a special guest, and I had fun. And at the same time, I experienced, what you can possibly describe as the atmosphere of love, strong love, okay, strong one. And then atmosphere of, comradeship, right? Camaraderie, sort of, right? Comradeship. And they are genuine. I could see. Met some old ladies, by the way, and majority were there like, "Oh, I watch you, Mayegun. Oh, I watch your program." I said, "Yeah, thank you." And indeed, it feels so great. Honestly speaking, like I know I have audience that cut across different groups. Okay, we call this platform the melting pots. For all of us that has one or two things to trash out with Nigeria, what is it that you as a person, right, you want to slug out with this contraption that you, because of this, you don't want to be part of it anymore? And then, those of you are like, yeah, we still want this contraption, but a different kind of design and all of that. This is your melting pot. And yeah, so when I was in the gathering today, it was more real. You get what I mean? Like you calling all the time. I'm familiarizing myself with a lot of you. I probably mean different things to different people, all of you on this platform, but it's a different thing when we see physically. Do you understand? It's a different thing. It feels more closer. It feels more real. And you could feel the the connection. You could feel the heartbeat too, sort of. So I am so thankful for that opportunity, the invite, and Prince Jejeman, who actually really worked the whole thing out, my flight, my trip, and all of that. Amazing guy. And yeah, the energy too. And I encourage that. I actually told one of the senior lady in the organization that you were in Scotland last year. Somebody sent me the picture today, and I was like, oh, I actually like it, popped up so much, right? So, and I think that is more reason why I decided I'm going to come live tonight, because last year when they were in Edinburgh, right? And I went, I was invited. I went and it was like, and I came back. When I came back, I was live where I had a chat with all of us here. So same thing today. I was in London, which is my second time, and I intend to participate in their remembrance, especially that I intend to participate for as long as I have the opportunity. Okay. And I would love to actually really experience it from other parts of the world too. Okay. So if by any chance I'm not in the UK on the 30th of May, wherever I am at the time, I would love to be part of it. And I encourage you to, okay? And you get to see the real people called the IPOB. These are responsible people, okay? These are not what the criminals in Nigeria want you to see them as. These are responsible professionals, family men, family people, community-oriented, tradition. People who are like a real traditional with, with their heritage, sort of. you know, so it's real. And if you have a chance of participating, please. And yeah, maybe one of these days, the lily-livered cowards in charge of the weak men in charge of Eastern Nigeria, they'll probably try and do something, okay, and stop helping Nigeria to want to bury what actually happened. Biafra genocide happened. It cannot be swept away. It has to be taught, so that you see all these children of perdition that you are seeing today, all these APC, terrorists that you are seeing today, you know, trying to striking the ember of a discord, and then, you know, making jokes about, you know, genocide as if to say it was actually a good thing, right? And that is why you cannot let them stop. Enact your own law and declare May 30 the Biafra Day. Don't sugarcoat it. Enough of all this trying to be politically correct. Maybe they should choose another name, not that Biafra. Don't worry. Use Biafra and, you know, enact the law. That will save everyone the, you know, the bad image that comes with the, what do you call it, the armed criminals who take advantage of the, you know, the confusion that they actually create. Before this whole thing, Biafran Day in Igbo land has always been like a sit-at-home, voluntary sit-at-home. Nobody has to tell anybody to sit at home. It's like a voluntary one. Everybody knows that for that day, they don't have to really work if they don't want to, right? But when the people who are supposed to guide the people are already working against the people, I'm talking about the criminals, your political leaders or your leaders of thought. No? So maybe it is time to mount more pressure, give them more clarity, and go for the broke. May 30, Biafra National Day, public holiday in eastern part of Nigeria. Do that, then you will control any criminality. I mean, any criminals who are trying to kind of blemish that day. I've known about it for years myself. This is just the time I've actually like participated, and you know, I understand it better. I understand the significance of that day. It's a significance. So if they continue to ignore and all of that, the right people will continue to stand up, and I give it to them. So yeah, look forward to the next one, wherever that is going to be. I have this, okay, yeah, I think I've done that. So I am thinking, should we take calls or not? Or what happened is this: let's bench phone calls, okay? So I can possibly, okay, maybe I should not. I'll sit for another hour. But one thing is this: that would be me taking a quick break. Okay, don't go anywhere. You can still like the video if you haven't already. All right, share it and even subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So I am going to take a quick one, and when I get back, right, we'll take calls. Let's chat. I think I can still do that.
What shall I say unto the Lord? Yes, Lord. All I have to say, thank you, Lord.
Disable, Atisete, Atin Paro Tipe, Atisete, Tito, Dimo, Dodo, Sima, Atisete, Kagwa de Falare, Atisete, Kagwa de Falare, Atisete, Adajo, Paro, Tori Ogo, Atisete, ìlú parọ́ nítorí ipò àtisítẹ́ ìdògbówó ńtẹ́ àtisítẹ́ ìjàǹjà aráàlú àtisítẹ́ ìtìsíbó.
I think I have a caller. Hello there. Oh no, it's not loading. So I possibly just lost him there. So I have another caller instead. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Prince Jejeman, you are the first caller. That's interesting.
Yes, Baba.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, and you, Baba?
I am here, exhausted, but I'll go still push on. Thanks so much for today, the Prince.
Thank God you arrived safely and went back safely.
Thank you.
You know, we are very, very grateful. You are one of the great things that happens to IPOB Remembrance Day today in London.
Yeah,
we are pleased to have you around. Honestly,
I am so happy to be there.
You lit up the house. We are grateful. Thank you so much.
The Prince. People were talking about your energy, and I said, well, they needed to witness it live. They are watching video. They are watching you. They needed to see you like live and see the energy, and tell me what they think again. You are blessed.
My God, no shaking.
This one.
Yeah, I said I can holler you, you know, and to thank the Temple of Truth, you know, for their support and everything. Yeah, respect. Yeah, take care. Yeah.
The Prince, Prince Jejeman. I think everyone is exhausted as well. It's such a such a busy day, you will say, and somehow I got lucky. Like go to London same day and come back same day. That's some rare, some rare chance. I promise you. Okay. So immediately they got me down. I was like, oh yeah, that's great. I could do that. And indeed, it's such an experience for everyone. So to all of you who saw me at the remembrance today in London, I have problem with remembering names and all that, but I don't forget faces. Okay. So give me a second. So I want to say it's such a great pleasure to see your faces today. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Oh, Idris. Good evening, Baba. How are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, fine, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir. And I first want to thank you for honoring the Biafra Day. So I want to especially thank you that may God continue to bless and protect you.
Amen.
So it's just like we are following you up and down. Mr. Mayegun Ibolewa, okay, we are following you everywhere.
I didn't know that you are the one who was using that name on Facebook until you said, oh, it's his Idris.
No, that's my baby's picture. It's my big picture. So that's what I just want to say is I don't even expect myself probably in the next 30 or 40 years to even memorize their national anthem, because even with the hunger to do what, sir? Is it to collect money in the bank?
Well,
or to buy
petrol
at once?
In the old I don't know if this is even like that, right? But in the old Germany, right, when Hitler started, it started with what they call the enforcing the national patriotism. Okay, so then it got to a stage whereby if you are not participating, you are rebelling. That means you are going to be an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not something that will happen.
Wow.
It's going to happen slowly. Now, when they come, they hold you. They say, Idris, they say because I cannot recite national anthem, we did kiri now. They say they will lock me up. I say, you see me suffering. But it's going to be like gradual. I hope it doesn't get to that. Just say.
Well, actually, someone even make a probably like a meme or a post of it, like a funny of it, like that. Although all of us we've antagonized that. Try nonsense, because right now I've share exam. So I was now hearing that before we can write exam, Amani Lati shaking, Amani Lati national anthem. I was like, no, I know that it's just a phone, but
they will make joke with everything.
I understand. So, but actually, let us be realistic. Is this what with the hunger on ground on the land, everything has skyrocketed. Even fuel, we are buying fuel at 700-800 naira. Rice, a cup of rice is almost 900 or 1,000 naira. You can't even buy gari to drink again.
How are people
so everybody, but Allah, because it's like our toju Allah, we are just minute. And we are just minute because a lot of them, they are still being blindfolded until when everybody told you everybody battle Allah. That is when we will start that revolution. That is when we're going to start that revolution. And sir, in each family, we have these Abubakus. In my family, I know we have them. I know. And somebody yellow me. If I see a lot of them, I will just like, when will you guys own up that, hey, this thing that you are pushing to us, that it is not the right thing. This is just the right thing. Somehow Mama continue to my son. May God continue to bless you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Saying it every now and then actually have its own effects. Okay.
Exactly.
There is no Messiah coming to save anyone. Okay?
No, Samayagun, your words are actually resonating on everybody, because your every day that you keep pressurizing this thing, it is changing the rotation of each and every one of us. And thank you for coming all the time. May God continue to bless you, sir.
Amen.
Good night, sir.
And you too, Idris. Take it easy, bro. So that's Idris, ladies and gentlemen. My line is still open, all right? And you could take a shot at it and see if you're going to get through. Or if you are not trying that, check if you have actually liked the broadcast itself. You shall have to do something. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Don't just get too busy in that comment section like. So let's take this. Hello there.
I have liked it too. I have a right to call you.
Lady. How are you tonight, ma?
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you and your family.
Amen.
Your generation yet to be born, they will hear about you.
Amen.
You are a great man. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So, ladies and gentlemen,
the battle you are fighting, Fondibo, we will not forget you.
Well, just playing my own little role. And we wish everyone played theirs too. And that's what will make it bigger, you know. Play your own fair and square. Play it honestly. No matter how little, in the corner of your room.
Even I wanted to ask you,
something.
When I wanted to ask you when you were announcing that you were going to attend this thing, but I couldn't be there with my nose cup. You understand me?
I understand.
So it would look funny somehow.
You know who I was expecting, right? Lady Flora. I don't know what happened that she couldn't fix us in, right? I was looking up for her like, okay, she's going to tap me and be like, yes, my Egumbo. I actually was.
Which part of London was that?
It was at the Westminster, like the Parliament building. Just now, next to the Parliament building.
Yeah, it's a little bit far. I mean, Uppington. It's a little bit far from here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I brought it to everybody anyway. I did my best. I recorded that for like 3 hours to cover the event and show as much as possible.
I'm calling just to appreciate you.
Bless you, ma.
To say thank you for what you are doing. Don't worry. Okay. You know that when we sow seed, it's not the same time it grows.
I know.
Don't worry. The future will know you. Ndibo will know you. They will crown you. They will crown you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma. God bless you.
Have a lovely day. Okay,
continue to take care of yourself, okay?
I'm doing my best.
Have a good evening, ma. Sure.
Thank you.
That's our lady there, Lady Beatrice. So I think it's like all of you have made up your mind in the comment section somehow just to come in and just say, well done, thank you. Or like, because I saw Celia earlier who said, Mayegun, please take calls. Let's celebrate the Biafrans. Is that what we are doing now? So now they prepared. Here is our brother, Polapenga. Yeah, that's the name.
Hello, my General.
How are you today, Baba?
I'm fine, thank God. How are you, Mayagu?
I'm
How is your wife and your kids?
Well, we thank God too. Thank you very much, Baba.
Yeah, Mayagu, dinner, I've been calling you for over 3 days now. I cannot get you. Well, sometimes I feel very sad. No.
It can be like that, Nashibi, you know?
Yeah, because I know, yes. Even my wife, I told my wife that, oh, it's like my lucky time is over. I'm calling Mayagu General. Because I get very upset whenever I want to contribute and I couldn't.
So sorry, man.
Because I'm the type that I don't know how to keep something too long with me. I will not be comfortable. I will always like to offload it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Mayagu, first of all, I want to appreciate you on behalf of all Igbos. You know, we are very grateful. And believe me, when Biafra is finally achieved, we will honor you. Because why I said this because it's not only today. The year I traveled out of Nigeria, that was the year I started following Mayagu. Because Nigeria, they will make us, we will not be able to see the truth. They will not give us light, no internet. But the moment I came to Dubai, I saw light, internet steady. The same year, 2017, I started following Mayagu General. You know, honestly, even when I was still working, I would put my AirPod, I would be watching Mayagu, listening, but I would not be able to watch or comment. You know? So God will bless you. Amen. Believe me, because I know what you are doing for people. I have my family back there. I know what they are passing through today. So God will bless you because for speaking to the people who wants to speak, but they have no voice. But you are doing it for them here every day. God will reward you.
Amen. Oh.
And your strength will never fail you.
Amen. Oh. Thank you.
We appreciate you every day. Yeah, we appreciate you. So
question. Somebody was asking me this question about our our ongoing convo, right? And that question, I think it was Iruk that asked. And I know asking that question is so important, okay? And I want you to answer that, here, right? It was like, how many people are we looking at when we talk of, buying the plane tickets for the family? How many are we looking at? I want you to just, you don't have to like say too much, just myself, my wife, and.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I also wanted to, I'm going to that aspect, but I want to put everything out. Okay. We are four. Myself, my wife, and my daughter, Precious, and then my son, thank God. So we're just 4 of us. But the other point I wanted to add is this. I don't know, but here in Dubai, they hardly give out false news. And I have friends in airport. This is a local that work in airport. Right. And I have been able to verify the information. They gave us green light.
Okay.
They said by October, they will start giving Nigerians visa.
Right. Is that likely attached with that Emirates coming back and all that stuff?
Yes. The UAE don't give false news. Yes. Any news they bring out, they have already sit in the round table and they have decided already. Right. So they say they will give Nigerians, they start giving Nigerians visa, and the Emirates will come back to Nigeria.
From October, I know that of Emirates, they announced that themselves, right? But
yes,
I didn't know that they, well, that would be good. So we can possibly be positive on that and keep, keep maintenance for the time being, then, right?
Yes, that's why I've been trying to reach, because Mayagu, before God, the Creator, my wife, if not for you, my wife, she was going. She was very depressed. I took her to my friends, a Yoruba man, Brafemi. They talked to her, even she passed night with them because she was highly depressed. I was telling you that people took their life here in Dubai. I'm telling you, I know people who took their out of depression. It's not even for me, but for the innocent children. They don't know anything, So my wife was going, but every day I put I keep on. My children will be singing the moment you're online, they will start singing that song. She will, she was already gone. But God, I thank God for you, God. She was able to believe that she could be able to come out of this mess because her hope was gone.
That she's not alone. That yous are not alone. That's the point. Okay.
Yes.
Even,
Yes. She knows that.
You know,
she knows that more that cares. She knows that the temple. Yes, she knows that the temple of truth cares. She knows that people. Whenever I bring up my topic, people will be commenting on the comment section. She will see the comment. She will be crying that people care from Mayagu General. People care about us, even without even knowing us.
Yeah.
You know,
so it's just to let you know that yeah, it may be tough, but just know that you are not alone. Okay, so
yes,
that is you see every little help, right? That is what humanity actually need most of the time. If you look at people who are like say, this person's problem is too huge, but they don't want you to come and solve all of their huge problem. But the interest you are showing, right, shows that that alone makes them feel like, well, we are not alone. We are not alone.
Yes.
We are not alone.
So
that's
my
what I want you to feel like, okay, you are not alone.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to reach out to you. I still have your 200 pounds anyway, so that won't buy us tickets.
Let me quickly tell you this because I want to carry you along because we are like family.
Yeah, we
want to carry everyone
now.
Along.
Okay, I just said that to you that we'll catch up on this later. Okay, because everybody is listening to us like, come on, man, are we still doing the program? Or we want to? You get what I mean? But why I said that was that so that you could tell everybody here that this is what we need. Now that you said we are going to put a hold on it, I can ask people to kind of reach out more now. Every penny, every pence, and all of that. Yeah, we'll see to that. So, Penga, for the sake of others, okay, I'm going to say your time is up now. Okay, let's talk some other time. All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Send me well to the missus, and I will reach out to you after this program.
You too. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Nice one. So that's one stuff, the top one, and it's because we are involved. We have a brother in India as well, who indeed does need support. I kind of always say big thank you to Prayer Docent. There are people who actually reach out to me, in order to reach out to other members of this platform. Okay, and the meantime, like, yeah, I think it's great. Let's every little help, right? So in this regard, and there are many people, even you that is watching me, and you feel like, oh my, me gonna need Dapo. I know, even me too. Yeah, but there is something here. There is something here that I'm trying to kind of see if we can sustain. It is the, it is the spirit of sharing. You do not have to have a lot, okay, to share before you share. All right. However, the spirit of giving and then helping our people as little or as much as we can, right? To kind of make us imbibe that. I know some of you would rather like, no, Mayegun, don't try and, this platform is not a charity platform. Come on. You might not want it to be. It's not a charity platform, okay? But it's a platform where at least humans actually congregate. It's a platform where personally we are attached to every story we share here. And that's what we react to. That's what you react to. That's what everybody reacts to on this platform when they call in, because you have emotionally invested in the stories that we share here. And not just talking about the problems, we're preparing solutions. Then we're also extending hands of fellowship to our brothers and sisters that need them. So don't let it sound like it is new. On this platform, a corporal that openly criticized the Nigerian army, sending recruits, sending new soldiers to their death by sending them to go and fight Boko Haram without adequate training. You remember him? He was arrested illegally, and his whole family was thrown into disarray. You, the members of this temple, in case if you have forgotten, you pulled over 300,000 naira within just 1 hour, just an hour, of saying, let's raise fund and support the wife of this officer.
And afterward, there were more that we gave to her to support her children. A member of this platform even went further to start building a house for her. Can you believe that? Yes. There's one amazing woman on this platform that took it even further. She went as far as spending money to train the wife of this officer on something. She went as far as started building a house for her. She didn't tell me though, until when she started feeling like something's not right. Of course. So we've done a lot than just talking on this platform. Okay? And that's who we are. That is who we are. And whenever we pull our resources together, we don't even check if you are Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. We don't even ask. The moment your own story is what actually your issue is what catches our attention, we just take it on. Nobody ask any question. Is it Yoruba? Is it an Igbo? Is it no? And that is what Mayegun's Diary Political actually represents. Okay? So we do that in order to teach ourselves that humanity there is still humanity. And you and I can purposely, try to sustain it. And every act of kindness is never a waste though. Right? Anyway, again, I apologize that I had to spend much time to just say all of that. However, if you need to, okay, let me put it this way. Like I said, all this, right? I do not by any means encourage, any financial business transaction with yourselves because you met on Mayegun's Diary. I don't know that one. No. I met him here, and then I just felt like since he's a member of the temple, so I decided, but now he has stolen so amount of, don't try that too. That is the disclaimer. All right. Whenever we say let us crowdfund or support someone, we are talking about you bring your own $1, I bring my own £1, and that person bring their own €1. You can put all of that together and help a brother. And we always call that out here. I'm not asking you to go and befriend anybody here and say, I have known him for 2 years on Mayegun's Diary. That's why I gave him the money. I know they do business with, yeah? Anyway, having said that, I think maybe I should still probably take 1 or 2 more. I'm not stopping the phone call, but I'm just going to ask you to please, right? Take a moment and check if you have actually liked this broadcast. Okay, then let's go take a call. Oh, hang on. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegun General.
Oh, the African Wahala. The Prince. How are you, Baba?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm doing very well. Thank you for picking up the call.
And thank you for not giving up because you were the first caller, but somehow I lost you before I came back.
Yes. I just wanted to, first and foremost, thank you for taking that trip all the way to, convene with the Biafrans and the Remembrance Day. Man, much respect to you. Thank you. Thankfully, you came back safely. We're looking at you looking fresh. Very happy to see you back.
I feel like my eyeballs are like in the socket right now because I have hardly.
I can imagine. A very, very long day, and it's almost midnight over there. So I can imagine you've started the day very early. Let me just take 3 minutes. Let me just quickly thank you once again for your great presentation. People, one of the ways we can help, push this message forward is by clicking the like button. So just try and click on the like button, please. Let's raise the likes to over 1,000. I wanted to mention.
Thank you.
Yes. So I'm just going to say a couple of things that are outside of the topics of today. You said, so I spoke to someone today on Twitter Spaces, and this just gave me an opportunity to peek into the minds of many people that are educated, exposed, some even live abroad, and they know that this country is messed up, but they still haven't given up. So I had a very civil, respectful conversation with this brother, and he explained to me, I asked him, so this is what I asked him. I said, so do you just tell me the truth, my brother? I just want to know. Is it that you are just proud of Nigeria because, you know, the giant of Africa, the most populous country in Africa, the happiest people in the world, the most brilliant Africans? Is that why? Is it the pride associated with Nigeria and you just don't want to see it go? Is that why you are? And the man flat out told me, you're 100% correct. So what that tells me is that a lot of people, it's still their pride from the decades of indoctrination. Because, you know, you growing up.
That was the word I was looking for when the social conditioning kept coming back and coming. I just used it like that. Indoctrination, they did it to us. Go on.
Yes. So, you know, like those children that we seen, that you showed earlier, singing the new terrorist song. That's what I'll call it. That's not an anthem. It's a terrorist music.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that such innocent, beautiful children are already brainwashed. I remember when I was brainwashed too in primary school. We'll be singing "Arise, O Compassion."
You know, with so much passion, you know.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. In fact, I remember when I went to go learn the actual lyrics. So I realized, there's not compassion, it's compatriot. Okay, whatever. So we'd also say the pledge. I pledge to, you know, that rubbish.
Yeah.
And then later on, we realized that this is fake. You know, this is all nonsense. And it's unfortunate that this is happening again. The brother that I was speaking to earlier, he said, man, you know, you just look at us. We have the biggest musicians in Africa, biggest Nollywood. I'm like, you see, I understand those are some things that make you proud. But at the same time, when 500 people got kidnapped last week, another 880, another 200, and nobody gives a damn about it, why are you still thinking you have a country? Your family members might be kidnapped and nobody will come to rescue you. You're on your own. And the brother actually realized that, wow. He was so grateful to me. He was like, you know, I really appreciate you for showing me this new perspective, and I'm going to think twice about it. So I encourage people to try and have civil conversations. You know, not all the times we have to clash with these people that we don't agree with. Sometimes just try and be patient with them, and you know, just try and have conversations, because you might win some over. Now,
that is so ignorant and proud by just having civil conversation. I get that.
That's it. And we have many people on this platform too that when they came onto this platform originally, they were like, our mandate was stolen. It's not fair. But today they're like, break it up. You know, so it's time. It takes everybody time to eventually cross that bridge. And you'll be like, you know what, it's over. Finally, my final point.
Go on, Baba.
Yes. So my final point. This one is also different from everything that we've been talking about. It has to do with the churches. Okay. I was listening to Mr. Charles Apochi criticizing Kumuyi, because, you know, Kumuyi is one of the pastorpreneurs that has like millions of slaves, and the slaves worship him, even though he ran away to England, and his children ride around in expensive cars from the donations of the people. It now made me come to a conclusion that whenever I hear RCCG, and I know Kumuyi is deeper life. Now I'm talking about RCCG. When I hear RCCG, to me, I just heard APC. To me, it's the same thing. My brain just registers APC.
You are not wrong.
Yeah.
Even some of
now, let me tell you the other one.
RCCG don't know that they are already APC extension. Some don't know. They will argue it with you. But smart ones does know. And I think majority do.
In fact, do you know, Marigo, I saw one of my friends on Facebook yesterday. This guy now pastor. I saw this guy preaching. He said, and Luke chapter 12, the Bible says, I said, Eleyi, pastor. Baba, it's not a person with me, I know, say, this one a criminal. So you get. Now my friend.
That's what they will tell you.
I said this one, na thief, na liar. This one na pure scammer. Guess what? Lo and behold, the guy na pastor for RCCG, somewhere in Texas. Okay, no problem. Second point, when I hear Living Faith, my brain registers PDP. I'm sorry, but that's me. You guys feel free to disagree.
Right.
But when I hear Living Faith, my brain just heard PDP. And then when I hear all this Deeper Life, when I hear all these other ones, Christ Embassy, my own brain just registered NNPP, LP, and all these other political parties. So they're all the same. They all work together to destroy the lives of the people. Okay, mainstream churches in Nigeria, make sure you don't fall victim to them. They will continue to keep you tamed. Yes, please, people. Thank you so much, Mayegun, for having me.
Thank you so much too. The African Wahala for making my night as well. Because, like, you know, you have a good one, Baba. So, we have had quite some chats, okay? And somehow I'm beginning to feel like my eyes are closing. So if you see me just like folding eyes like that, that's me trying to kind of like stay awake. And before it becomes awkward, weird, I think we should call it a night. So I'm going to say thank you so much, everyone. I'll have a long lie-in and maybe a part of tomorrow's afternoon as well. And then that should do me. And I should be back fully tomorrow, okay? Back to base. So thanks to every one of you once again for spending your evening with me, or your morning or afternoon as well. So don't leave this broadcast without liking it if you have not. So thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. And good night, everyone.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gbà rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùnra
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.